Hello again. Welcome back to Part 8, If Oak Trees Could Talk. Thank you for following along with me each week. It is my hope that you've enjoyed listening to my book as well as I've enjoyed reading it for you. I hope once again that you've got your cup of coffee or tea in hand, pulled you up a seat as you either tune in or read along with me. Although Amelia could have gone to the finest schools, she, like her daddy, had very simple dreams. She traveled once she was out of college all around the world, secretly hoping that she would find someone like her daddy. She prayed to meet someone who would sweep her away in a romantic lifetime love affair so that she could have what she witnessed in her parents' lives. While traveling, Amelia never found love. However, once her feet hit United States soil, she was bowled over by a handsome stranger who literally knocked her off of her feet and right onto her bottom side at the airport. When she finally was able to catch her breath, she looked right into those apologetic eyes, which were pleasantly inset in the most handsome face that Amelia had ever seen. As the stranger extended his hand to help her to her feet, she noticed how tall and muscular he was. Although embarrassed because she was knocked right on her butt, Amelia was pleasantly surprised that the person who slammed into her was very gentle as he tenderly picked her up. Amelia's heart pumped wildly, and her cheeks became flushed as she gazed into his eyes. She knew from that very moment that she had found the love of her life. His name was Robert Aaron Steele. The couple immediately fell into a whirlwind romance, and soon they were married. The newlywed couple bought a wonderful house where they settled down right across the street from Amelia's parents' home. Amelia was contented to be a doting mother of 2 boys and a loving housewife. When her boys went off to school, she would help her daddy in his hardware store. Eventually, she and Robert went in partners with Henry. It was what made Amelia perfectly happy. This was the life that she chose, which was the most satisfying choice Amelia could have ever made. I know who you are, dear. Come here and let me hug you. Did you bring the youngsters? Have you already seen your mother? Henry asked with more excitement than Amelia had seen from him in a long time. Do you know what has been happening to me, Amelia? Henry asked impatiently. I've been remembering things that I've not been able to remember for a long time, Henry said with a smile upon his face. That's wonderful, Daddy, Amelia replied. Tell me some of what you can remember. Well, let's see, Henry began. I remembered when I first met your dear sweet mama. She had little pigtails, and I fell in love with her at first glance. I had never seen such golden hair in all my life, but of course I don't think she felt the same way about me. Nah, I'm sure she didn't feel that way about me. I had to woo her with a swing that my daddy put up in an old oak tree in our side yard. That old oak tree was my dearest friend. Did I ever tell you about me and that old oak tree, daughter? Yes, Daddy, do you not remember that I grew up with that same old oak tree? I swung in that same old swing, and you pushed me many times. Do you remember how you used to wind that swing around and around and then let it go? I had so much fun. I would become so dizzy that I thought I would throw up. I giggled and giggled, though. Yes, Daddy, I remember a lot of things that you told me that happened to you because of that old oak tree. I also remember a lot of things happening there with us, Daddy. Do you know that that old oak tree's still standing? She is waiting for you to come and visit her. Daughter, when my time comes to leave this old earth, I want to be buried underneath those outstretched limbs that I remember so fondly. I want to be buried right beside my dear sweet mama. Do you understand me, Amelia? I want you to know also that as I remember bits and pieces of my life that I've been trying to write them down. I know that might sound crazy, but hey, I've been known to be a little crazy. It's ironic that I have what the docs call amnesia that is making me even crazier, huh? I guess the bright spot is that I don't remember that I'm crazy most of the time, Henry said as he laughed out loud. Thank you once again for spending this time with me. I would love to hear from you. If you would like to leave comments, please feel free. If you're interested in this book or in other books I've written, please visit my webpage or my author page on Amazon. I've included both of the links. Until next week, thank you for tuning in to If Oak Trees Could Talk.